Okay, so this video right now that I'm recording while drawing is a bit of a odd video. Um, this is not scripted, but this is just an overall mentally like it's more a video for me because I just want to get out there why I wouldn't consider myself a leftist and why that it's the case. And I'm not, not far right, not at all. In general, I don't know, you can call me one of these enlightened centrists, but right now, purely speaking, I really don't know what to believe anymore. That's my situation. So, political history time. I'm right now 20. When I was like 15, I was a convinced social democrat. This video in general will be why I am not a leftist and what the left would have to do to win me over. And you might say, hey, your ideas are fucking stupid, you're this and that. That's totally fine. Like, you don't have to listen to me at all. This video is more for me than for you. Why am I not a leftist anymore? Well, when I was 15, I was. I was a really convinced social democrat, and that changed. I'm Dutch, by the way. So this video, whether you like it or not, your political beliefs are shaped by the nation that you live in. And so, yeah, Dutch. So, like, when I was 15, 16, the immigration crisis around, these Syrian refugees, which, they're not escalated. And I really stopped believing that we as the West should have this feeling of never again solidarity towards these people because one, they are like most of the time not. Um, they are not refugees. They're mostly from Sudan and like other countries, and doesn't make them any less valid as human beings, but that does make their appliance less valid. Yet again, the EU just lets them come in and doesn't apply the Schengen area. Um, and then I realized after I started to hear more and more people saying, just we don't want this anymore. And the EU just refused, and it's still going on. This mass migration of people from the Middle East is changing my country, and its freedom of speech is under threat. So, first point. So these are like a couple of points mixed together. The first point is the left isn't. I don't know. I shouldn't say the left X because then again, there are people that I still genuinely support, like Bernie Sanders and AOC. I don't support Imam Omar because I don't believe that in a free and liberal country you should undermine that by your faith, which, you can say the same thing about Christianity. But yeah, so let's pull back for a second. Three big points: the EU, the unwillingness to listen to the people and support the working class, the middle class. Yeah, undemocratic, and undermining free speech. Those are like a couple of points that I feel very passionate about. That I think honestly that the left isn't just doesn't care about, because why would they care about me? I'm white, and thus I was never abused as a child. Thus, you know the identity politics, I believe it's called critical race theory, is disgusting. Point. Like there is no debate about judging people for the color of their skin. Stop talking about it over and over again. It's not the only thing that matters. Okay? Sorry for my emotion. It doesn't isn't the only thing that matters. Um so yeah, we got like the EU. Oh yeah, the alliance with Islam. Now, probably some people of the left will call me X, Y, and Z for this. I don't care what your race is. I believe that I'm a true, you know, essentially, I am actually a liberal because I believe that you shouldn't be judged on your color of your skin or whatever. You should be judged on your characteristics, how you behave. And I believe that undermining, calling out for violence, oppressing women, beating up gay people in my nation, yes, I can judge you on that. Thank you very much. And every person in the left, not every person in the left, most leftists that are pro Islam don't understand what they are doing. They are genuinely good people that honestly believe that what they're doing is a net positive. And that pisses me off. The fact that multiculturalism, critical race theory somehow helps anybody. It doesn't help anybody. It's disgusting and it should stop right now. Um, so yeah, it's Islam. We have. I'm just going on top of my head. I'm tired. I have a long school day. I needed this just out of my system. So it's online somewhere, and maybe some people will watch it. Maybe some people will just plain ignore it. The reason I made this video is because Vosh was talking about it, and like I really love that man. I believe he's ignorant about many things, but oh yeah, by the way, Americans that are complaining for like that are like pro, yeah, build a wall. The Democratic Party represents your belief system more than the Republicans, just because the Republicans will never stop immigration because then they don't get compliant workers from Mexico. If you believe in legal borders, then you should have voted for Clinton. Donald Trump is doing nothing about it. He's just the status quo candidate. So, and also, if I can choose with hardworking people and like some rotten apples, I would totally like that's the case on the Mexican border. We have jihadists and terrorists and people who undermine the Netherlands on every single fucking chance they get, and stab teachers to death for exercising their free. So yeah, don't come with me like, oh, Mexican rape. Like, yeah, of course there is a problem. Of course there is a problem with Mexicans, but that no fucking way it's even significant. Like, maybe you should work on the fact you don't have fucking healthcare. Jesus Christ, I'm so angry. People are gonna get so fucking pissed off at me for making this video. So yeah, what do we have? We have the EU. Yeah, being undemocratic. I personally am about as democratic as can be. I believe that companies should be democracies. People should have the right to vote. They should be able to appoint ministers, appoint presidents. Even like vice presidents. Everything should be democratic. Okay, that's the only way. And like big questions on laws and directions of the country, all democratic, right? That's all like in a literal sense, not in the. And the left keeps undermining that. Every time we get a democratic vote in Europe about the EU, people say no. Because why? Because it's a corporatist and inherent organization that doesn't have the interest of the people in mind. They have the interest of big money in mind. From the people who are sitting in that chamber to the people that are working for it and are lobbying there, they don't care about the people, and they don't have to, because the EU inherent is undemocratic. Yes, they have elections. Yes, I vote in those elections, but it doesn't matter. And they can just sideline it and with political lobbying. And the left somehow behaves as if the EU is this Mother Teresa embodiment. No, they're not. They're corporatist assholes that want to poison us and poison us in a way with cigarettes and not caring about They don't care. So why is the left openly endorsing the EU? I don't understand. You can say like, oh, we need to reform the EU. That's fine. I'm okay with that. EU, I can actually get behind that. But don't pretend to be a leftist, a socialist, and then somehow openly endorsing the EU. I get it. You don't believe in borders. You don't believe in countries. You don't mind the fact that the euro is crippling the north and the south. We're both victims here. But you don't care. You don't want borders. That's what you care about. You want no differences whatsoever. One communist utopia. That's what you care about. You don't care about the well-being of the people. Fuck that shit. You care about unity, even if it's on the backs of poor people, because those tend to pay for those things. When they have to pay more taxes and don't have less to spend, it actually matters, not those fucking middle class intellectuals. But Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed off, and many people will be pissed off at me and saying the ridiculous shit I'm saying. That's totally fair. But just pulling myself back here for a second. So yeah, the EU is disgusting. Why are you doing that? Undermining democratic votes, yet, saying that the means of production should be democratic, which I don't disagree with. Mass immigration of Islamic terrorists. By the way, I just want to repeat the statement again because people will call me racist if anybody even cares. I don't care about your race, okay? There are a lot of fucking hot black women that I found very beautiful of pretty much every race. I really don't care at all. There is, I believe that Donald Trump is a fascist himself. So, don't say to me that I'm somehow a racist. That's just not fucking true, okay? I really don't care. I believe that if you have healthcare, you should be able to have, borders. That's not extreme in my opinion, but that may be humble difference there. Um, let's see, what can I get myself riled up for more? Why I'm not a leftist? I mean, those are the big issues, immigration, terrorism, and not defending free speech, wokeness, and saying, oh, this person is black, thus it's a victim. No, it's not. You can be perfectly black and being privileged more than me, a poor cracker from the bottom of society, being abused as a kid and being a fucking nutcase. So don't pretend that I'm somehow, this person that is oppressing people. I'm not responsible for the actions that my grandparents did and they before that I did. I'm responsible for my own actions. So yeah, I believe that freedom is one of the most important things. And a lot of the times I feel that the left undermines freedom by wokeness, by limiting freedom of speech. I am for freedom of speech. I'm for freedom. I'm for the fact that people have a livable wage. I'm for the fact that people, can say what they want, can marry what they want, can eat for, can work very hard and then, throw all the money that they have away. That's totally fine. I don't care. Do what you want. And I believe that the left they aren't liberal enough, really liberal, not in the milk toast, I have a black friend, and Donald Trump, don't import more Latinas who will scrub your toilets. And no, I actually care about liberal values in a way, and I'm not going to call myself a classical liberal, because Sargon of Akkad is a fucking Nazi, so no, thank you very much. No, the Islamic, yeah. If you people were empowered, been in a day, a lot of fucking freedoms that we should defend from Islam, and therefore we need the left. But no. Let's just let the right do that. Yeah, sure, that sounds totally fine. I mean, that will not lead to an ethno state at all. I mean, when has that ever gone wrong? People complaining about minorities, and then the right takes care of that instead of people who actually on the left, who I believe that all these issues that I'm talking about would be 10 times better represented by the left than by the right. The Netherlands has elections in a couple of months. I'm thinking about actually voting the fucking Socialist Party. So yeah, I mean, I'm confused. Can you notice? Can you notice that I'm actually about to fucking break down and yeah, okay. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Oh, this is so incoherent. I need to take a pause for a second. What do I need to talk about more? Okay, United States. Yeah, so I would consider myself, a Democrat because the Republicans are mentally ill. I'm the electoral college, just the majority of people should have to say in a country, and the Republicans keep undermining that, and if the Republicans are yeah, we want fair play and we still vote Republican, yeah, but maybe the centrist Biden, if you give him enough of a mandate, maybe he could take care of the electoral college and give a couple of places statehood so they aren't oppressed, and there's the thing also that is actually a new standpoint. I really like left-leaning economics, believe it or not. I really like it, but it's being squandered and pissed upon for the critical race theory and that kind of bullshit. They don't climate change money and climate change costs an insane amount of money. What do they spend it on? Do they spend it on nuclear power plants? No, they spend it on windmills that burn down the first second they're turned on. Dude, if you want to be actually serious and actually believe, in climate change, then you're going to behave like Greta Thunberg, right? You're never going to take a plane again, right? That's what you do. Yet again, people like Al Gore, for all the way from Sanders, although I fucking love that guy, all of them, what do? They use planes. Like, yeah, if you believe in climate change and believe that we're all gonna die because of it, and instead of a nuanced way, like, yeah, let's try and figure this out. No, 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 no. New Deal, and then Vosh also, like, out of nowhere. Could you imagine, like, how much of a powerhouse we'd be if we'd invest in green energy? No, green energy costs a lot of money, and it doesn't really give any benefits right now, because the technology that we have would have, like, cost the disposable income of, like, several generations, and we already have to pay for, like, immigration, which costs tremendous amount of money, but yet again, it's like, you can't. And then the left is like, yeah, we have not enough people living. Yeah, well, if you don't have enough people living here, then make sure that the people you emigrate from to here are, like, actually capable of assimilation and actually believe and in Dutch values and are able to, like, work. I see much more, I'm pro Eastern European immigration, for that matter. I'm not. Oh, this is such an angry and incoherent video. I'm for immigration from the East, and the yeah, climate change technologies. Like, if you actually, like, I would believe you if you were, like, seriously showing me models advocating, like, if we invest X, then this amount of carbon will be reduced, and we can, plant seaweed en masse in the ocean. Therefore, like, carbon will be reduced, and, like, those things. Like, yeah, those are coherent. No, not. We shouldn't make everything carbon. That's also, like, a great example of the EU. In the Netherlands, people have to stop using natural gas. Why? Nobody knows why. But apparently, for some people, they think it's better for the environment. No, it's not better for the environment. It's exactly not that. Germany wants more natural gases. We spend millions of euros on that. While in the East, they still use fucking charcoal, or like actual coal. Like, maybe you should. Jesus Christ, I'm too much of an artist. Maybe we should actually, like, invest in Eastern European energy, like. And then again, of course, if you're gonna, like, send money to Eastern Europe, what do they do? They build windshields. Like, there's no fucking way. I mean, are you serious? I mean, there are actually people that could use money, right? Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking pissed off at everything right now. I really don't know what to believe, to be honest. I mean, like, fucking Trump, fucking Farage, fucking Le Pen, I don't think so. European establishment, yeah, left. Everything fucking sucks right now, okay? But, like, yeah. Oh, Jesus, this is such an incoherent video. Let's see, what can I talk about more? Populism sucks because they're right-wingers, and I don't like right-wingers. I believe that the left inherently sucks and is distracted by bullshit, by neoliberal bullshit, and, like, yeah, I'm lost. Jesus Christ. So what can I talk about more? Yeah, I believe there are, like, a billion subjects more, but, like, climate change, European Union, mass migration, Islamic terrorism, not being democratic. Those are technical issues that I believe that many, like, have to do with, like, byproducts of the left and not by actual, leftist thoughts and ideas. Like, I don't think that, like, if you don't believe in borders, then that's fine. But then again, there wouldn't be need for you to deflate the borders, and if you're, like, concerned, like, deflate the borders with, if you don't believe in borders, then why does it matter that, like, the Europe is, like, its own thing? And why does that have to be destroyed? Like, if you believe borders don't matter, then great, but, like, there's an ocean actually between there, and, like, maybe it would be more natural for a continent attached to, like, Asia and, like, by the Siberia to actually focus on, like, trade with Russia and, like, those nations instead of, like, the Islamic East where women have zero rights. If you're actually a feminist, then you wouldn't want to import these people en masse that want to behead or, like, oppress women and believe that it's literally 50% of the value of a man. Maybe you wouldn't do that. Oh, Jesus Christ, I am so pissed off. Yeah, I believe I'm repeating myself. You know what I actually would like to see in the future in general is geopolitics and politics. Maybe I could make a video on that, but right now I just need to get. I'm pissed off, like teenage anger right here, and I'm 20, so it doesn't count anymore. But I don't know what to believe, and I am angry and afraid and feel betrayed. So yeah, there's no coherence in here at all. Um, yeah, that's what I'm gonna post on the internet, and people will definitely not be pissed off and say to me that I've said disgusting shit, which I totally haven't done. And well, anyway, if you somehow feel like this is the kind of noise that if you're also confused and don't feel all right, and don't feel that anywhere, any place represents you, left, right, anything is bullshit. Nobody listens to you. Nobody listens to piss poor working white people, and black people that are only viewed through the lens of their identity, and you don't you believe in the democratic plantation and also don't believe in democratic. Come on down. Let's just all get here to this place. The 5 people that will watch this. If you've come like all the way through this like 21-minute rant, like please, for the love of God, check, like go see someone, because you shouldn't. But if you truly cared, then feel free to write down, like, I don't know, Otto von Bismarck did nothing wrong. Okay, yeah, this all of this is a fucking ridiculous thing to say. Bye. Hope to see you next time.